This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
Today, we're continuing our reviews of Finding Mr. Christmas Season 2 with Season 2, Episode 2, Reindeer Games. It originally premiered on Hallmark Channel on Monday, November 3rd, and is currently available to stream on Hallmark Plus. I do feel like it's worth noting that there is a 50% off an annual subscription Hallmark Plus code out right now. We'll drop it in the show notes.
I made a face because I forget these things.
I know. I'll try and remember.
Okay.
But it is out there. You can find it on the Hallmark Plus Instagram as well. But that's the best deal I've ever seen. 50% off a year. It comes out to just over $3 a month.
Yeah, it's a steal.
So hop on that.
Yeah.
I feel like I might need to switch accounts for me.
Yeah, and to be honest, this is not sponsored, but Hallmark Plus has that fan-freaking-tastic library of movies over there. And I know there's like something else, it's in a beta form, but it's
a live stream.
Yeah.
So the live stream, in case anybody has seen that, and I initially was like, what is this? So they have on their main page, they have a live stream of Christmas movies, a live stream of rom-coms, and a live stream of mystery movies. Last I looked, maybe that changed. Those are not live streaming the Hallmark Channel. It's just a non-stop stream of Christmas
Just
or
like a loop.
But here's what I like. I often turn on the TV and am overwhelmed by my choices and don't know what I want to watch. Mm-hmm. And so you can it's like turning on live television and then you get to pick up wherever they are.
And there's no commercials, right?
No.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So if you just want to turn something on, there it is.
Just for that background
I
ambiance.
like it. I think it's an interesting idea. I would love to see the numbers of that, how that's rocking behind the scenes. Are people using that? If they could get to a place where Hallmark Plus was also live streaming Hallmark Channel, I mean, it would be a runaway hit.
Yeah.
Back to the episode. You can find us all over the internet. Instagram, TikTok, we're Girls Gone Hallmark, and man, are we having a good time on those platforms.
I know. I don't know what it is all of a sudden. I'm just like, post it to Instagram, post that. The ideas are flowing out of us right now.
It's two things. The ideas are flowing, and if you have worked in any sort of creative industry, you know sometimes you got it and sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
But also because of the time of year, the fans are so highly engaged in all of the Hallmark content, and so it's so much more of a conversation.
Yeah, that's what we love the best about it.
Yes.
So if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, that's me, I like to engage on their Instagram posts, we thank you for that.
100%. And one of our new favorite things are our first impression posts that drop as the new episodes and movies are airing. And we love to see you guys reacting to the movies as you're watching them. Those have become my new favorite thing over there. So give us a follow on those platforms.
We also have a Facebook group if you're looking to join and talk to other people about your favorite Hallmark movies. We are Girls Gone Hallmark in Facebook groups.
One final plug, our website, girlsgonehallmark.com. All of our show notes live there. There's a ton of additional content there. It's also where you can sign up for our newsletter, and we are dropping weekly newsletters so you can keep track of what we are doing on the podcast this holiday season.
That's right.
Let us talk reindeer games with a synopsis.
The hunks team up to launch gifts into Santa's sleigh, then soar sky high as reindeers in an Entertainment Weekly photo shoot where the winning team's advantage shakes up the competition.
Hey, Wendy, what's your first impression of episode 2, Reindeer Games?
I don't know who approved these harnesses, but bless them. Is that slightly inappropriate for our podcast?
My G-rated first impression is, Robbie, I knew you had it in you.
Oh, I'm going to talk about it. Before we jump in, one, I want to talk about with you and get your thoughts on the reactions to this show, because we know this was on Hallmark Plus last year. Mm-hmm. It's finally on Hallmark Channel this year, so it's getting a wider audience. And Hallmark is promoting the heck out of this show. So, like, a lot of people are talking about it. Overwhelmingly, I think it's positive. Like, people are liking this show. there are some naysayers. I feel like there are some Hallmark traditionalists who are like, nope, I'm not giving my time to reality TV. And I want to know what your thoughts. What have you seen? What's your opinion on it?
Well, I think I've created my own personal little echo chamber for myself because I'm not really seeing any of the naysayers. And also, I'm not engaging with that content. I think there are some people who have and I am certain I can be this way about certain things, but you have a block in your mind where you're like, that's not for me. And I've decided it's not for me. And I'm not even going to go there.
You are talking to a former Hallmark hater. I understand that.
Yeah, right? 5 years ago, you would have had that same block. You would have never just turned on a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Right.
For fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like reality television, so it's not a huge jump for me, but this is not really... Yes, it's reality. Yes, it's unscripted. Yes, it falls into that bucket. Yes, it hits some of my favorite notes of reality television.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get to get behind someone and root for them. You get into the backstories of these people and who they really are. But it doesn't have the salaciousness of reality television, the infighting, the viral table flipping moments, the let's pick a conflict and ride it out for 18 episodes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that. It's just joy-filled. And I feel like I would just encourage anybody who's a listener of this podcast and listening to this episode and not watching Finding Mr. Christmas because you think you don't like reality, maybe give it an episode or two. Because I think if you like Hallmark, this hits those Hallmark notes.
Yeah, I agree. What do you say to people who are not willing to give it a chance? You're missing out.
You're lost.
Yeah.
That's
missing
what I would
out.
say. This episode will probably likely be a little bit shorter than episode 1 because we're not diving into each of the guys. We know them now. They're our buddies after episode 1. So we're going to jump right into episode 2 and we get the classic reality television moment of the guys chatting amongst themselves in the kitchen, in the living room, pre-challenge.
Right. This is where we get to, we're starting to now open like the can a little bit and getting to know more about our contestants. Drake's talking about how supportive his family is with this pursuit of acting. Marcus says that his girlfriend has pushed him the hardest. And then Robbie shares that his boyfriend of 2 years understands how much Robbie wants to be an actor. And then we get into this talking head interview with Robbie. And I thought he was so vulnerable in this moment here where he was like, I'm worried about letting people down and I'm nervous about letting myself down. I was like, this was super relatable.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that he shared this human emotion. I just connected to it. I thought it was great.
You know, I'm Team Robbie. I really loved this moment. I love that we're getting to know him a little bit better. The rest of the guys are in the living room.
Yeah.
And they're congratulating Rustin on his win. And Rustin gets a little choked up talking about like that he's proud of himself.
Yeah.
For going through that moment.
Again, like I was impressed that these guys are letting themselves get there like that. Like they're sharing their true selves with the other guys who are their competition, essentially.
Yeah. Yes, Angel.
Go ahead.
We see the softer side of Angel, who we originally saw in that Santa challenge where he talks about like, I'm here for anybody who's felt bullied.
Oh, yeah,
He compliments Rustin about, you know, being vulnerable and expressing his emotions. I feel like Angel, we've only seen 2 episodes of him, but he seems to be willing to get in touch with that part of himself, to feel those emotions. He's very expressive of them. I would, like you said in last episode, to know more about Angel and his motivation and his experiences that have led him to be that way. But I feel like he is absolutely a heart on his sleeve kind of dude. Davey talks a little bit about Rustin, and he talks about how Rustin, in addition to being there as an actor, he also has that like musician, performer, artistic vibe.
Yeah.
And maybe that puts Rustin on a little bit of a different playing field than the other guys.
Yeah. So to me, I was like, oh, Davey definitely sees Rustin as a threat for what Rustin can bring to the table. You know, that's an interesting take because if I'm just I don't want to say, if I'm just a good actor, what else can I bring to the table that elevates me to getting the job, right? So we have Davy, who's a very successful model. I can't remember if Davy has acting experience or not. Do you remember?
I don't know.
But it does make sense. Like, I wonder if Davy is looking internally, like, what else can I bring to the table?
Well, and if it's me, I'm like, okay, Rustin has his musician thing. I'm immediately going to get locked in on like, I can't have that. You can't just become a musician. You can't just find that artistic talent within you. So then I would start spinning out about like, well, I'm never going to be Rustin. You're never going to be Jello. It's that moment rather than being like, we all have something that is unique, right? We can't cast Rustin in every movie.
Right.
Tyler Hynes, the bad boy, it's not the fit for every movie. So, right, what is Davy's thing?
Yeah. It would totally get in my head.
It would 100% get in my head. I think that first challenge and seeing how unique the guys were and seeing, what landed the Santini and Rustin's acting, I think that maybe I'd be like, oh, it doesn't matter how talented I am.
Yeah.
I gotta figure something out here.
And especially for someone like Davy, who is so incredibly gorgeous, like, I bet that's been his thing forever, right? Like he's
the prettiest man in most rooms.
Yeah, exactly. So then now when you're competing with other people for a job, but everybody else brings something unique.
Yeah.
Now
you're not used to being on this this playing field.
Correct.
Hey, let's take a quick break and we're going to come back to talk about our festive face-off. Festive face-off challenge time. Melissa Peterman's back, serving looks.
I love her.
I love her red coat, her bow earrings. Her arms are not in the sleeves of her coat.
Yeah, at first I thought it was a cape, but it was a coat, right? That was just on her shoulders, draped on her shoulders. Yeah, she always looks chic. I love her.
So the festive face-off challenge for today is a slingshot challenge. The dudes have wrapped gifts that they have to heave into Santa's Yule Hall.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. I was typing it out and my notes say U-Haul and I was like, but what's funny about that?
Via slingshot. And this brings out the competitiveness in the guys in a really interesting way, I find.
Tell me more.
So Drake, sweet little Drake, he's like, I really want to be the guy. Like, I think I can really do this.
Oh my gosh. She was like, I used to do slingshots as a kid. I got this. I was like, oh boy. And then what I used to do as a kid, I used to like pull legs off of ladybugs. So what is that?
Flip my bike upside down and pretend it was an ice cream machine. That was a thing we did. You like, yes.
I feel like child of the 70s. Like, I think I did that as well. Like, you would spin
the wheel, the pedal.
Yeah.
And we were like making, I don't know why in our minds that was making ice cream, but it was.
Okay. So would you feel equipped to...
This was pre the internet, you guys. We had an Apple IIgs family computer on my mom's roll-top desk in the living room.
This is when your parents would say, go outside and play. And this is what you would come up with.
The only computer game we had was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh, I had that game. That was a great game. It was so fun.
Let's talk about the teams for this festive face-off. We have 3 teams of 3. Craig, Gabe, and Robbie are the blue team. Drake, Marcus, and Rustin are the red team. Logan, Angel, and Davey are the green team.
Right. And did we even talk? We did talk about like what they were supposed to do. They need to like slingshot these wrapped gifts and they need to land in the Yule Hall sleigh.
Yeah. And whoever has the most wins.
Right.
An unnamed reward for the star quality challenge.
It's like every festive face-off. Like there's some advantage to be gained.
So we see this talking head of Drake and he's like, I want to be the slingshotter. Like I can do it. And he kind of gets run over by Rustin.
Yeah, Rustin really killed Drake's dreams here, right?
He's like, I'm going to be the lead. And just Drake just steps back.
This is golden retriever energy to be like, okay, go ahead. I mean, I can see because like, again, I don't know how old Drake is, but he does seem a lot younger than these other guys.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you kind of just be like a little bit intimidated on that alone?
I just think that's his vibe too. Like he's so sweet and so like eager to please. He doesn't seem like a dominant personality.
Yeah.
I mean, like if Drake is a golden retriever, what is Rustin? A Belgian Malinois police dog.
Okay. I don't know what kind of dog that is, but
Looks like a German Shepherd.
you know how I feel about German Shepherds. Then we have Angel, Davy, and Logan, and they're all huddled up making a game plan. And Logan proposes, since Davy is tall and he and Angel are the same height, like he thinks like it's kind of like a triangle situation, like Davy will be the muscle behind the slingshot situation. And he just goes on, and I'm like, is he talking about math and physics here? I'm zoning out.
Yeah. I mean,
I was like, just get to it.
just start slingshotting.
Yeah.
Craig, Gabriel, and Robbie talk, and Gabriel he's like, we need stability, we need consistency. And Robbie,
Oh, Robbie.
in his interview, he's like, I kind of like crafting competitions a little bit more.
I feel you, Robbie.
Me too, Robbie.
Me too, Robbie.
And he's kind of like, whatever you guys want. Like he feels like this isn't my lane. I'm just gonna be a follower. So the guys get started, and it's like fail after fail. They're falling short. They're not even getting close. All these big muscular dudes cannot execute the plan.
I have to wonder as I'm watching this, because it is like failure to launch again and again. I mean, it launches, but it's like, right? Did they test this game before?
Well, you know, Jonathan says that James is out there testing most of the games.
Yeah, I know. So, what, James?
Have you seen James?
James is
a solid block of muscle. So James is like, I'm going to do it one-handed, y'all. I'll hold both sides of the slingshot.
And blindfold
and
me.
He's like, come on.
You know who would have done good at this game?
Jake. My favorite is like Rustin goes first, and Rustin is like, you know, everyone thinks he's the biggest threat. And Melissa's like, well, that was just the worst slingshot I've ever seen.
I love that she just like kind of put him in his place a little bit.
They all kind of like freak out, and they're like changing who's going to do the slingshotting. Gabriel takes a miss. Angel takes a turn. Logan's like, it's the wind.
Yeah. My notes say, sure, Jan. But I was watching. There was a lot of hair blowing in the wind. It was windy, but I don't think there's no way the wind could have been preventing.
They weren't even getting close at this point.
Not even close.
There is a true. Did you see that moment in this? Did you see it?
I don't.
It's just a continuity error. It's right before we get our shining star moment. We flash to Robbie is in slingshot position. Then it cuts to another scene, and we cut back to Robbie's team, and Gabriel's in the slingshot position. He goes, "Hey, Robbie, do you want to try?"
Oh,
yeah. So Robbie assumes the position. He's like, "Why not? I'm gonna take a risk."
Yeah. In his talking head, we hear him say, "Like, I'm here to take risks. I'm gonna do it."
And he does. He lands the first gift. Melissa and Jonathan and Unit go, boom.
Yeah.
You just got gifted.
I love that. I love it. The crowd of the men and Melissa and JB, and I'm sure probably the cameramen and crew that we don't see probably went wild when one finally hit.
And it was Robbie. And
I love it.
He needed that confidence boost. They're hugging, they're jumping around. And then things start to take off. Like we start to land a few.
Yeah. It gets real close. It's like tied 1-1, 2-2. It's not, nobody's running away with it.
No. And then the final game-winning point comes from Robbie himself. Robbie the Lobby. When they run around on the field, like
they have their arms out like they're doing, like soccer players do this when they score goals. Like they're
airplaning.
Yes. Yes.
It was so great. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too.
And Gabriel in his talking head said that Robbie had no confidence, and this is giving him some confidence in himself. And I wrote, I'm loving sweet Gabriel. But when I wrote it, I accidentally typed Babriel, and I just left it.
Babriel. Oh my God. I'm dead.
then Robbie says he felt like he was part of the team.
Yeah, I know. That like 10 seconds of interview stuff. First, I was like, let me unpack this. Gabriel was like, oh, I see Robbie gain so much confidence. I hope I can have a little bit of that confidence too, because I'm like, oh, Gabriel.
Okay.
I'm spiraling out for Gabriel.
We need
who
to
is
talk
so
about
in his head.
the Instagram reel Gabriel posted after the first episode.
Yes, ma'am.
Gabriel posts himself with his baby girl, Jory, and he's like, hi, I'm Gabriel. What was I? And he just like fully recreates his moment on camera. And I was like, this man has won the internet.
Yeah, totally.
Like the self-awareness,
Yes.
the ability to poke a little bit of fun at yourself. So good.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. This is why I love Gabriel.
I love Gabriel. And then when we have Robbie, who's like, I feel part of the team. I feel like the guys don't know. Like, they're giving Robbie his flowers, right? And like, the guys don't know how much that means to Robbie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my God. I'm rooting for every single one of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
This is not going to end well for me.
No, I'm like, why do we have to send them home?
No, they need to go off to like a
Like a jury house.
where they can like learn more acting skills and stuff like that. You know, like a camp, like a beautiful home in Mexico where, you know, Ashley Williams is there teaching them how to improv and I don't know, something.
I mean, I think Ashley Williams would be down for that assignment.
I would watch it.
This transitions us into our star quality challenge.
Which I don't know if you noticed, but the guys are all wearing the same thing. And I was like, there's no way this is happening all in the same day.
It seems impossible.
Impossible, right?
But what do I know? Maybe it's a super long day. Drake is nervous because he was in the bottom in the last star quality challenge, and his goal is to channel main character energy here.
Drake is giving Ted Cooper so hard.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's trying to bright side the situation. He's really in his head for how poorly he did in the last star quality challenge.
Yeah.
I appreciate his enthusiasm.
Sure. Me too.
Makes it easy to watch and to root for.
So our challenge is a photo challenge. Last year it was puppies.
Yeah, the puppy photo challenge with Tyler Hines last year.
Yeah. So this year they're going to suspend them from a crane and they have to embody reindeer, which kind of a cool idea, actually, when you see it all come together.
Look, if somebody says, Megan, I want you to take a photo that you have to embody a reindeer.
Did you see Robbie's face when he came outside? Sheer terror. It would have been me.
Yes, it would have been me as well. He did look terrified.
Truly.
Truly terrified.
Yes.
Because what they have not told them at this point is that they're going to be suspended in the air with this like harness and this crane and this whole thing.
And they have to get the shot. Now, I have
In 10 frames.
I have some thoughts on the advantage portion of this challenge.
Oh, let's talk about that.
I think this is the weakest advantage they could have been offered. So their advantage is there are 9 reindeer and the 3 winners get to choose themselves. Mm-hmm. Then they get to assign the reindeer to everybody else. Mm-hmm. That's a whisper of an advantage.
There was a little bit of sabotage happening. Like, oh, let's pick Marcus as the hype guy because now I know Marcus is not the hype guy, right? Like, there's a tiny little bit of sabotage happening, but it's not landing for me as I'm watching this.
They go, oh, we're going to give Drake Cupid. Drake's single, so maybe he doesn't know a lot about love. I was like, we are reaching so hard.
Yeah.
Look, last year the advantage going into the photo challenge was 5 extra frames. That's an advantage.
Yeah.
This is like, well, okay. I mean, I would have been a little bit bummed if it were me because I'd be like, well, it's not the greatest advantage you could have given.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Gabe chooses Rudy because he's the underdog. Breaking my heart, Gabe.
Totally. Babe real.
Craig is going to be Comet. He's the firecracker of the crew. Mm-hmm. And Robbie chooses Dancer for himself because he wants to turn flight into art.
Yeah, I think that's a bad pick. Like, who came up with these like descriptions of the reindeer? I don't know. I'm lost on it, honestly.
Yeah. I like the challenge itself. The reindeer personas, I'm not super connecting with.
It would have been better Top Chef style if they had to like pull the. If you watch Top Chef, they pull the knife out of the block, and then that tells you like what team you're on or what challenge you get or whatever. So if they had to like randomly choose,
Sure, in that moment, and then this is what you got to embody in the shoot.
Yeah,
I like that too. I like it too.
I think they were trying to lean into a little bit of a sabotage moment that didn't totally work.
Yeah.
Okay. Actress Heather Himmons is on set.
Yes.
And she is going to help give advice and teach the guys how to tell the story through the photo, something like that. I mean, it is just nice to have like a Hallmark figure there as a mentor. We also have a couple of reps from Entertainment Weekly on set, which was also very fun to watch their reactions. I have a couple notes a little bit later on about that as well. But when Robbie comes out, I do feel like Jonathan and Heather are kind of goading him a little bit. They're like, "Are you scared?" Because this is when he sees that there's a huge crane.
He seems scared.
He seemed scared, right?
And seems when they lifted him up, I feel like the color drained from his face.
Oh, no, that's not good.
But he does get the shot. I mean, he leans in and they get it. Like he figures it out and he looks right at that camera and
we forgot to mention the guy's pumping up before.
oh my gosh.
This whole scene is so funny to me. It makes sense because like they want to look in peak, like they want their bodies to look like juiced up basically, right?
It's so funny to me because Marcus is like, yeah, if you get a good pump in before your photo session, like he's like, it's gonna like alleviate some of that stress, but you're also gonna look better. This is a thought that would have never crossed my mind.
I'd be like, fix my hair and makeup. Like never would I be like, let me make my muscles look tight. No. There's so much to unpack here though. They have the little like resistance bands. I was like, is that doing anything? That's one. Two, most of the guys at this point in the scenes, they're wearing leather pants. Like I am on the floor dying when Robbie is on the floor in his leather pants doing crunches. I can't imagine how uncomfortable that was. Who's sitting on the couch like a cool as a cucumber?
Davey's like, got it in the bag.
This dude's ready to go.
He's like, they're all pumping up. He's like, I feel like we're pretty much set here.
Honestly, Davey probably got up that morning and did a full workout already.
Davey makes another dad bod comment, though. He's like, dad bod can, it's coming for me.
Oh, God, please. Please.
Yeah, and I was kind of surprised. Like, this is kind of our first glimpse at Logan.
Yeah.
And I was like, who knew? Who knew what you were working with?
Logan looked
there?
great. Logan looked great. When we saw him in last week's festive face-off, he was covered from head to toe. So now we got a little sneak peeky at...
Here's what I wonder about this pump sesh. Do you think one of the guys started it and then everyone else is laying around? They're like, oh, well, I gotta get on this, I guess.
Laying around.
They're all on the couch and Logan busts out the resistance bands and Angel's like, okay. And he like gets up there.
Maybe. You know, sometimes guys, I think, are be like, bro, that's a good idea. And then they all like...
Or production was like, bro, that's a good idea. You should all do that. That's a good shot.
But the resistance bands just made me laugh. Is there not a dumbbell in this house?
I think those resistance bands are effective.
For 50-year-old women.
Okay.
No, what do I know?
Wendy throwing workout shade over here. Logan's next.
Logan's got a great smile. There's something wholesome about him.
For sure.
All I can think about when it comes to Logan, though, is like Dungeons and Dragons. Does he give off that vibe to you?
You're just never going to erase the image of him as a wizard from your brain. I don't think Logan on his own gives a Dungeons and Dragons vibe. He's a very handsome man. He's got a great smile.
He's got a great smile.
They get a great photo out of him. Mm-hmm. I think he does perfectly fine.
Is Logan low-key going to win this thing? You know, because he seems so unassuming.
He's going to slide in under the radar.
Maybe.
I mean, he certainly has the look. And he has not done anything so far that would lead me to believe he can't.
And, you know, like, and I don't know anything about anything, but like editing when they show somebody too much where you think is the obvious winner and then is not the winner.
Yeah, so we've got like Logan and Marcus kind of like we don't know anything about them because they want you to know the people that they're eliminating early-ish on so you feel the sting of them going home.
Correct.
So, okay, that makes me nervous for some of our guys.
Well, that's what makes me nervous about Gabriel because like they keep really leaning into his not being confident about what he can do.
I know.
It scares me. Okay.
Me too. Marcus comes out next. Look, Marcus is beautiful. He looks fan-freaking-tastic.
Marcus is a model, right? By trade. Like, this is what he does for his profession. Like, yeah, this is a no-brainer for him. Like, body looks good, face looks good, smiles great. He's getting tossed around a little bit.
Was Marcus the person that made you hyper aware of the harness? I gotta tell you, I didn't even notice until I read your notes. I wish this was on camera.
I'm so embarrassed right now. I'm sweating a little bit and crying.
Would you like me to cut that question out?
No, I think it's hilarious because I think it's true. And you're lying to yourselves if you're not home watching your big screen TV
The
and
second
watching
you
this.
mentioned it was, I mean, I could not look, but
I feel for these guys in this moment because that cannot be comfortable to be strapped into this harness where everything is just kind of like on display. I would never put myself in their positions. Like, so brava to them for just doing the damn thing.
yeah. What's interesting to me is the poses that they have to do to embody the reindeer. Wait, Wendy just gave a
Spitting everywhere.
what is that? That was like
They all did it.
that just looks like, remember that big buff guy who was on Big Brother that one season who would do that all the time? Do you know who I'm talking about? Jesse! Well, reality TV deep cut. They just were all like, it was a lot of big arms, a lot of pointing, a lot of reaching, a lot of flying.
Like muscle flexing.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what is happening here?
But what's the alternative, right? Like, do you want them pretending like they're on all fours flying through the air? Like, I think they made the right choice. And when you see the finished product, it is kind of cool looking.
Absolutely.
But there was just a lot of like,
I'm flying through the air like a superhero. The arms are out. The chest is open. I'm pointing at things. I'm making a fist.
it was like the beast transforming back into a man after he receives Belle's love.
Yeah.
And he like raises up in the air and his arms are, it's a moment.
Yeah.
It's a moment. Drake's up next. Drake's been modeling for 9 years.
Wait a minute. 9 years. How old is
He's 27 according to the Entertainment Weekly website. He looks like he's 20 if he's a day. So that makes him 19 years old when he started modeling. That's within reason.
For someone who modeled 9 years, Jonathan had to give him a lot of direction. And I was surprised by that.
And Jonathan says later in the episode, like, he took the direction, which is right. Like, whatever Jonathan was throwing at him, he was able to put into practice.
Right.
But he was not getting there on his own. And Drake felt okay about it at the end.
I think Drake did fine. He's real smiley and sweet. And I don't know if they were supposed to give like hot, hunky smoldering in these.
I mean, Drake's
photos.
Cupid. So
What else do you want from him then?
Yeah.
Then he delivered. Did he not?
I think they gave him, don't give him whoever the bad boy of the group is.
Right. I didn't think he did the worst.
Speaking of bad boys, Rustin comes out as Donner and gallops outside. I could have sworn there was like a line where they gave Rustin and they were like, oh, Donner's like the strong silent type. And they like intentionally like, that'll be a challenge for him.
Yes, they did say that.
So Rustin, yes, method actor is the best way to describe it. I mean, look, he looks good. He is embodying the reindeer persona, honestly, more than any of these other guys with his long curly locks. If you've been on Instagram, that's all gone.
It hurts
He's
a little.
short hair, clean shaven, looks like a completely different person. Honestly. Jonathan tells Rustin to smize. That's a America's Next Top Model reference if I ever
loved
heard
it.
one.
I loved it so much. I've watched I've watched so many seasons of America's Next Top Model, and when Jonathan tells him to smize, I was like, I feel seen. Like, this is...
Is that show still on the air? I've seen a few seasons many, many, many years ago. Angel's next. He has Vixen, and I mean, Angel just comes out and he's like, I got it, nails it, gets down, walks in. I mean, what can I say? I think he's great. Nails it.
Yeah, they called him, they said, Jonathan said to Heather that Angel has RSF, which is resting smolder face. He does. He nails the face. Now, their criticism was that his body wasn't really like, they weren't connected.
Yes, he wasn't thinking about what to be doing with like this, basically the bottom half of his body. His legs weren't in character.
His legs weren't in character.
I gotta say, I was surprised, honestly, by the face Angel gave, because I had kind of painted him as this like sweet, vulnerable, softer side.
Yeah,
and
for
he just
sure.
comes in and smolders straight into the camera, and I mean,
He's hot.
he is. Craig's next.
Craig confuses me here.
Yeah.
He asks for water. He comes in as Comet. Like, look, I don't know the reindeer's personas. Like, I don't know what being wet has to do with being Comet. Anyway, I think just Craig wanted to look wet and sexy, which is fine. Like, I'm here for it. But I don't think his plan pans out as he hopes because he gets on that harness and he's like flipping.
Exactly.
Rotate, like there's
Like he's in a gyroscope.
has no control over it.
I was looking and I was like, maybe Craig has a longer torso than the other guys, and so he's top heavy in the harness, which is why it's harder for him. But he's like, I engaged my abs and I got into position.
Did you imagine us in this harness? Engage your abs. What?
Okay. Here's what I'm noticing about Craig. Craig goes hard in these challenges. Like he
commits.
like Santini, and then in this he's like, I gotta be Comet. And I think maybe like he could just dial it back like 2 notches. Like get into it. He's there to do the job.
I think in his head, I can imagine this is the internal conversation. I'm going to give them a couple different unhinged
I'm
looks.
gonna be memorable.
Yeah, exactly. For me, I'm like, no, this isn't working for me.
Well, for the EW team was kind of like, we haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
Like, we need him to like
They were worried.
lock in.
10 frames is not a lot of pictures.
No.
Our next guy to go is Davey. And I'm telling you, when this man walks in with his 10 years of modeling experience, I feel like this is something he's seen before. Like he's unfazed.
Yeah, put me in, coach.
Put me in, coach. You're right. Now, Melissa, sweet Melissa, makes a joke, not even a joke, an observation that Davey's abs are so good that she could grate a wheel of Parmesan on them.
The sound effect she does, where it's like, go, 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 go. Which is the parm on his abs, I imagine. It was so good.
He looked most comfortable in this challenge. Jonathan Bennett even calls him Davey Hemsworth at one time.
It's perfect.
It was like, it felt unfair.
Totally.
It felt unfair here in this moment.
He's like, didn't need to break a sweat to...
No, and talking about like activating his body. Like he came with ideas. Like I'm gonna look like I'm propelling myself, like I'm running.
Oh my gosh. When he does the running one, I was like, oh my gosh, you are a pro. Here's what I loved about him. Every shot, he would kind of like reset. Like he would kind of like bring his body back in and then get back into the move. I was like, this is a pro.
Yep.
This is a pro.
Hey, the man. I wonder if he's like a legit, like, does he have like representation from like a legit?
Oh, yeah,
you
I
know?
think so. I think that's his full-time job.
Love it.
Next up, we have Gabriel. Gabriel comes out as Rudy. Gabe, he wanted to be the underdog to the hero. Gabriel, you're killing me here. He comes out with props, with a lantern. Gabriel also understands the assignment. Like when he holds out that
Rudolph has the bright nose, right? Yeah, smart.
So he's
smart.
got the lantern. He holds it out. He's leading the crew. I mean, gets the shot. He is so pretty.
Yeah.
He gets multiple good takes. I'm telling you, I just felt like Gabriel redeemed himself in this moment. I hope he left feeling confident after this, because I think Gabriel was struggling a little bit after our first set of challenges. So I'm glad he had this moment, and in the photo he gets to be out front because he's Rudy. Love it.
Yeah, the EW gal says he has that Rudy Riz.
Love it.
And if you don't have a Gen Z living in your house and don't know what Riz means, it's short for charisma.
Yeah.
So he did have that Rudy Riz.
He did have that Rudy Riz.
After they're done with the photo shoot, the guys kind of like reconvene back in the house, and they're doing their chatting about their experience or whatever. And Rustin kind of brings down her energy. He's like, reminds everybody, oh, somebody's going home. Like, that was really fun, but somebody's going home.
I think Rustin wants everybody to remember that this is a competition.
Yeah.
Rustin is the I'm not here to make friends guy.
Yeah, totally.
And sometimes I would have rather this moment been like, debrief, talk about what that was like for you. Talk about what felt like a win. What was your biggest challenge? What feedback was amazing? Just someone's going home. Don't love it.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back to talk about the elimination. Once again, we're in the elimination cave. And one thing I love about the elimination cave is we get that final shot. Jonathan is sexy Santa on the sleigh.
Yeah, I love when they show, it's very America's Next Top Model when they show like the
results.
Yeah, I loved it. And for a second, in this moment when I'm watching this, I was like, they need to make a calendar. Why didn't they make a calendar?
Oh, yeah.
If you're listening, Finding Mr. Christmas team, you guys need some merch. You need something that the fans can purchase.
With the men's faces on it.
Correct.
Yes. We get the completely unsurprising news that the winner of the Star Quality Challenge is Davey.
Duh. I'm happy he's won.
Me too. He deserved it.
Sometimes I find myself not rooting for the guy who is so obvious the winner in the challenge, but like, I'm happy he won. I think he did a great job.
Yeah, and he wants the guys to see him as a competitor.
Yeah.
And now we hear the bottom three. I kind of was a little bit surprised by this. Our bottom three are Craig, Angel, and Drake. Were you at all surprised by this? I was most surprised by Angel, honestly.
Yeah, because the criticism is that Angel struggled with his body. But I thought he had good pictures.
Yes, I agree. I agree with you. And when they go back and they show you, they're like, oh, he struggled to connect his body with the assignment, right? His legs were just kind of dangling there, whereas the rest of the guys kind of had like their...
He couldn't get his legs in the character. I'm never going to forget that.
They kind of had like, their legs were flying or running. Or, yeah. So I understand what they're saying. I mean, I think when you look at the photos, again, we're seeing 90 seconds of these guys. So it's hard to say. But I did think, Angel's face, man.
And Craig, I'm not so surprised about, because he did struggle a little bit. They were not getting the picture that they wanted from him. He was just a little bit of chaos up there. So does that say something to Craig like, hey,
dial it back,
make better choices? I don't know.
I don't know either. And I think, imagine what a blow this was to Drake to be in the bottom three. When he comes in, he's like, oh, I'm a model. Like, this will be one of the easier challenges for me.
100%.
Craig is told he's safe. Angel and Drake are in the bottom two. And this is... The talking head interviews are so hard to watch here for me.
Tell me why.
Well, Angel's like, I can't believe I'm in the bottom two. And Drake's like, please just give me another chance.
He's like begging for a second chance.
Give me one more chance.
Yeah, that hurt my heart.
And Drake goes home.
And Jonathan crushes the dreams of our sweet baby boy Drake.
We talked about this last episode about the way Jonathan connects with the eliminated person. He looks at Drake, he gets teary again and says he sees so much of himself, like all this energy with no place to go. And he's like, this will be your superpower. And I think that if you see Jonathan Bennett on set in this show, like the way he is 100% all the time as the host of the show, as the host of the cruise, all of the things he does, the way he's promoting the show behind the scenes, I think he has made that level of energy his superpower.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a real nice, genuine comment.
Me too.
Bye, Drake. Well, thank you for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. We'll be back each and every week recapping Finding Mr. Christmas as well as all of the Countdown to Christmas content. So come back for that. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.